Richie Blackmore, folks. There's a guy that divides opinion as a person rather than as a guitarist. Having said that, I've seen something today which is what I'm going to discuss, and I think he divides opinion as a guitarist as well with some. Guitarist with rock greats Deep Purple and with his own band Rainbow. Seen something on the old YouTube today which surprised me, and it was sort of saying that the guitarists of his era, like Jimmy Page, Clapton, Jeff Beck et al., they're not often very complimentary to Blackmore. And the guy doing the little programme today, or the little 4 or 5 minute piece, didn't know why. He said those first generation guitarists don't often speak about him in glowing terms, but second and third generation people really do. Well, my two pence would be this. Richie Blackmore is without doubt one of the greatest guitarists I've ever seen. I think he's absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely fantastic. As a person, in rock, probably one of the most horrible people I've ever seen, which is probably why many of his contemporaries aren't that complimentary towards him. He knocks most everybody, calls most everybody. Who does that remind me of? Yeah, I do that myself, but I do bum up people that deserve it. I'm bumming up Blackmore now as a guitarist, not as a person. Yeah, he knocks most everybody. He's not great in praise with anyone at all. But as I say, the second and third generation guitarists look up to him. For me, the great thing with Blackmore, I'm not going to say where he rates in the pantheon in my mind. It's one of the hardest questions I could ever answer. I've seen some great guitarists over the years. But what I will say about Blackmore is, not only is he very innovative, but for me, the thing that sets him apart more than anybody else is his interplay with the great John Lord. Now, if somebody said to me, who's the best keyboardist of all time, it would be John Lord by a country mile. Many had put their hands up for Wakeman and others, but I think John Lord is by far and away the best keyboard player I've ever seen. But two brilliant musicians together, and I've never ever come across a guitarist and a keyboard player that bounce off each other as they did. And often doing it off the cuff. It was absolutely fantastic to watch, and is. So Blackmore for me, brilliant. The programme sort of surprised me that I watched it. I was saying probably 5 or 6 minutes worth. I didn't realise most everybody from his generation knocks him. But then again, as I say, I can understand why, because he knocks virtually everybody, and he's not the nicest person in the world, I don't think. He's known not to be. But yeah, I thought it was an insightful 5 or 6 minutes, and I really enjoyed it. And that, folks, is my two pence on Richie Blackmore. If you like music, especially rock music, am I right or am I wrong? How good is it? Who is the best out there? I've got probably a top 3, and Blackmore isn't far from that. I don't think he quite makes my top 3. I don't think.